reviews, previews, opinions and laughter. Mixing transfer news is what you're after. The perfect match. Kate and Jim, getting at it. Kate and Jim are gonna smash it. Reviews, previews, opinions and laughter. Mixing transfer news is what you're after. The perfect match. The perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. The perfect match. The perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. Keeps a positive spin while Kate's doing the Mickey Hazard name dropping. Gets you out of the blue like Levy stop rubbing, or she's flip-flopping. Hell, this place is popping. The perfect match. Kate and Jim getting at it. Kate and Jim, I gotta smash it. Reviews, previews, opinions and laughter. Mixing transfer news is what you're after. The perfect match. The perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. The perfect match. The perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. Jimbo always keeps a positive spin while Kate's doing the Mickey Hazard name dropping. Gets you out of the blue like let me stop rubbing, or she's flip-flopping. Hell, this place is popping. Perfect match. Kate and Jim getting at it. Kate and Jim are gonna smash it. Reviews, previews, opinions and laughter. Mix and transfer news is what you're after. The perfect match. The perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. The perfect match. The perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. Jim always keeps a positive spin while Kate's doing the Mickey Hazard name dropping. Gets you out of the blue and let you stop rubbing, or she's flip-flopping. Hell, this place is popping. Always keeps a positive spin while Kate's doing the Mickey Hazard name dropping. Gets you out of the blue like let me stop rubbing, or she's flip-flopping. Hell, this place is popping.
Welcome back to the channel. Sorry, I was having a fight with my light there. Welcome back to the channel. It's Friday, the 22nd of August, and the fan base is once again in meltdown. But hey, we live on, we continue. It's only football, people. It's only football. But I'm joined today, as always, by Jimbo, by the lovely Chang and the lovely Jessie as well. Jimbo, how are you doing? How are you feeling?
Yeah, good. Yeah, I'm feeling all right. It is what it is, isn't it? We have to move on.
Exactly. No use crying over spilled milk. And Mr. Chang, how are you doing with your big smiley face?
Doing very well. All things considered, it's been a very tumultuous last 7 days. From the time where we lost that Super Cup final to the unwanted breaking news that Eze would be joining Woolwich in N7 instead of coming to N17. But otherwise, absolutely looking forward to kick off in 24 hours at the Etihad. Hopefully the players and Thomas Frank will have some much needed tonic for us Spurs fans. And can't wait to get this show on the road, Miss Kate. Having said that, it's back to you as always.
Thank you, Chang. And Jessie, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. All good.
Good.
No meltdown here.
Good.
Yeah.
Leeds get their first win of the weekend, last weekend. Come on, Leeds.
Happy days, eh?
Happy days. Let's have a look who's in the chat before we start. We've got Stacey's in the chat saying smash the like and subscribe. Big up, Stacey. Leeds Angels. I never know which one this is. Whose name? Jules. Okay, Jules is in the chat. Big up, Jules. Good morning, Matt. Don't start, Matt, or we'll have to ban you. So just a pre-warning there. We don't want any of your riff-raff comments today. Designed to Win is here. Big up to you. Shemtan is here as well. Hopefully you are good and Mum's okay. Matt saying big up to the panel. Afternoon, Ben Bryant. Hope you're well. Good to see you. Willsey is here. Lovely Willsey. Hope you're well. Big up Steve D. Good to see you, our friend. What a good-looking panel. Of course. Big up Mr. Levy, definitely a secret gooner. Willsey, don't go there. Big up James Talk Spurs, hope you're well. Steve D says Eze is shit anyway, and he's not actually 28, he's 37. We dodged a bullet. Good riddance, fuck him. Good afternoon, Paige. Good to see you. Guy Thompson is here saying I'm with the boozer, whoever that is. So did we bring in Vinay to help us, or is he helping Arsenal? I think Vinay is about as useful as a chocolate teapot. Just going to put that out there. Matt is saying, Jess, your new signing, Okafor, fantastic signing, by the way, really good player, and might be the difference between you staying up. What position does he play?
Can play across front three and on left wing, so yeah.
Oh, all right. Excellent.
I think it's a forward. He's a forward from AC Milan, Noah Okafor.
Decent. Yeah. He didn't do much at Napoli though. He had 4 starts last season, but he scored against Liverpool in pre-season, and he looked decent when he played it friendly against AC Milan in Ireland against Leeds. So fingers crossed.
Yeah, I hope it works out. Steve says, I've also heard many ITKs in the community that Eze is in a cult that worships Barry Manilow. I'm telling you, we've had a lucky escape with this one. He's shifty. Yeah, we never really wanted him anyway. Afternoon, Luton Dan. Hope you're doing good. Big up guy Dan says, Kate and Jim, don't think it was Levy. Eze never wanted Spurs. He always wanted Arsenal. Yeah,
I agree.
I think so, but the fan base ain't going to look here like that, are they? Mm-hmm. Come on, Steve, don't be that guy. Jim, we might as well just touch on this because we haven't been live since it happened. I've been on the terrace twice and took a load of crap. But what's your thoughts on it? What happened?
Well, there's nothing we could do if he wants Arsenal and don't want us. We're kind of cattle, didn't we? You know.
I mean, do you think there's anything we could have done, or was it?
I think that it was set up months ago. He'd done personal terms. I think they were sitting back and waiting. They pulled Levy's pants down. I mean, look, I said to you, Kate, when the deal was going on, as soon as they started saying he was going to play against Chelsea, right, that was alarm bells. And then they said the deal was nearly done, but they wanted him to play in Europe. That was alarm bells. What's his name? Got injured. I don't think that would have made a difference. I still think they'd have gone in for him.
Yeah,
he never wanted them. You know, I mean, why these players do it? He should have just come out and said, "I want Arsenal." That's it. You know, why string Tottenham along? That Palace chairman strung Levy along. Levy fell for all their shit, and they've come in. And I mean, I saw so many different things about people that Arsenal were going to come in right towards the death when it looked like we were signing him and we're going to take him. There was alarm bells everywhere. But look, I don't really want to talk about it too much, Kate. He's not our player. He's their player. Let him fuck off to them and we'll move on.
That's Jim's verdict. Chang, anything to say on the subject of the you shall not be named?
Well, I mean, if we had splashed the cash out a lot earlier, maybe, just maybe, you might have gotten him. But seeing as how he's always wanted Woolwich, I think it's going to be Matt Doherty all over again, isn't it? It's going to be Matt Doherty or, you know, whichever gunner-loving player that we're going to have on our books who's secretly going to harbor some sort of, you know, ill will against us, despite him being on our payroll. So, not that I'm trying to be sour grapes here. Don't get me wrong, I am not in any way trying to be sour grapes, but only time will tell if it's going to be a good signing for Woolwich, and if we really did dodge a bullet there by, not getting him. And, safe to say, Gyökeres isn't having the best of starts for Woolwich, and I am actually looking forward to Leeds United doing the league a favour tomorrow. I'm absolutely looking forward to that. So, yeah. The less said about Eze, the better. Let's just focus on other targets. We have 10 days? I think we have 10 days to go to the end of the transfer window. So let's just be patient. And come on, you Spurs. Having said that, back to you, Miss Kate.
Yeah, just as a not really a rival, but as a neutral in this argument, you've got no horse in the race as such. What did you make of the whole situation? Do you think we were set up?
To be honest with you, I think he wanted Arsenal all along, if I'm honest with you. I think Parish knew what he was doing. If they wanted the deal, it'd have been done. Look, it was terms agreed the other day, and then all of a sudden, I don't believe it's nothing to do with Havertz being injured, in my opinion. Listen, if Arsenal want to come in, Eze would have played last night, right? But he didn't play last night, did he? He's had his medical booked today. Look, for me, you've probably dodged a bullet, in my opinion. If he wanted Arsenal in the first place, you've dodged a bullet now. You need to move on. I know the fan base is in meltdown, and I'd be disappointed. I would. If it were me and that woman, especially losing them to a rival like Arsenal, I'd be disappointed. But you need to now move on and get somebody else in. Ideally, not Tyler Diblin, somebody that's got experience, that's not a youth player. But it is what it is, isn't it? You know, if you don't want to come, you can't. There's nothing you can do. If Eze wanted to come, terms were agreed the other day. He'd have gone for it. It's just epidemic, innit? You've got to move on from it. It hurts because it's more Arsenal. If it had gone anywhere else, I suppose it wouldn't have hurt so much. But I don't think he ever wanted Spurs, in my opinion. I really don't. I think he's always wanted Arsenal. Now he's got his move. Good luck to him, but you know, you need to move on now. It is what it is. Unfortunately.
Arsenal, Tottenham offered more money than Arsenal.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Right. And it was always destined to go there. I said to you, Kate, didn't I? We've been trying to get him for 4 or 5 years, right? And he's not come, right? It was destined for him to go there. And I don't give a shit what anyone says. I think even if we'd have done the buyout clause, I still think Arsenal would have come in, you know, and took him. So, but Levy was stupid. He fell for all their shit. You know, he should have negotiated and said, right, he's 68 or 70, right, we want him, and then put him right on the spot. But then all of a sudden we hear that Rich is going there. That was a load of crap.
Yeah, there's no truth in that at all.
No, there's none in it whatsoever. So it's just one of them things, isn't it? You know, he's an Arsenal boy. He wanted to go to Arsenal. And I don't agree with what Chang said, right? He'll be a fantastic player for them. I don't think we have to wait and see. You know, unless he gets injured, I think he's going to be outstanding for them.
Yeah, I do think I agree with everything you've all said, really, but I don't agree with Jess in the fact that I don't wish him well. I hope he flops. I hate him now. He was one of my favourite players in the league, and now I don't want to ever look at his face again. And that's me. I hope Romero goes in with a big sliding challenge on him when he comes to the lane. I'm not saying I want him to get injured. I just want him to know, you know, you don't fuck with Spurs. But Levy got levied, I think it's fair to say.
Look,
we move on.
Look, Matt, you can say what you want about you offered this, you offered that, faster terms, right? He was always going to go to Arsenal, because if we would have upped it, I'm sure Arsenal would have upped it. Arsenal wanted him. He wanted to go to Arsenal. So I don't think we was ever really in the race. You know, looking at it after and the way things happened, I don't think we was ever really in the race.
Yeah. I agree. It's not, at the end of the day, it isn't the end of the world. We just move on. And I am ruthless when it comes to my club. I don't wish him well. I don't wish him any ill will, but I do hope he flops along with Gyökeres and anyone else that they've got playing at their dirty, stinking, filthy club. But moving on, Jimbo, I know you always keep a positive spin, but I told you either last Friday or last stream that if we come back in, we all knew that though. We all knew that, Matt, that if Arsenal come back in, you'd get him. I don't think any Tottenham fan thought he would choose us over you. So, but as for who we get next, I've no idea.
No, the killer thing was, right, is that it was really kept quiet about Arsenal. And so we thought we was the only ones in the race. That's what built the fans up, right? If the fans had known that Arsenal were in the background and had done all this agreements and all that, we would have just said, right, we ain't getting him. You know, because, I mean, how many people said on streams, if Arsenal comes in, that's it, he's gone.
Yeah, Steve has always said to us he'd rather Savio, but again, I don't know if I can see that happening unless City really think they can get Rodrigo. I don't know if that's going to happen. I think we need to move on. Please don't let it be Tyler Diblin.
Rodrigo coming on loan to Spurs for the season, haven't there's been bits and pieces floating on that one?
Yeah, but there was people telling me.
You didn't get Eze, but you got Rodrigo in. That wouldn't be bad. That'd soften the blow a little bit.
But apparently, a lot of people were saying yesterday that Rodrigo's agents met with Liverpool and
Manchester City.
Yeah, yesterday.
Same thing, yeah. But then I did another one and they were saying that it could be an option for them to come to Spurs, which if that did happen, I'm not saying it would, but that'd soften blow on Eze, in my opinion. Definitely, even if it was just a long deal for the season. It's better than getting Diblin in. Come on, let's be honest.
Yeah, we need someone experienced.
Agreed.
I'd still like to get Paquetá from West Ham, but I don't know if we could get him. Yeah. but I don't think it'll happen. But the meltdown from West Ham fans would be spectacular if it did. And of course, Morgan Rogers is another one we've been linked to. But if
he's
it's
come out and
Tyler
said he's
Dibley,
happy at Aston Villa, though, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Rogers, I've seen that this morning.
I think if we get Tyler Dibley in, I don't even know where the fan base will go. I think I'll have to quit. I like Harvey Elliott. I'm just not sure. A lot of people say he is the right profile. I'm not sure he is for the way Frank plays. But look, he's better
Apparently Liverpool have said they want to keep him now. See, I did a short on that yesterday. Apparently Leipzig were in for him. But now apparently Liverpool are happy to keep him.
That's what I mean. Everyone's closing the doors. And because we're getting desperate, the price is going to go through the bloody roof. So, look, we'll see. I'm not going to stress about it. It's football. There's more things to worry about. You won't see us crying and screaming and shouting. And, you know, a lot of people have come out and said, I don't know how true it is, and I'm not making excuses for Levy, but that there was nothing Levy could have done. I mean, I'm not sure I agree. I think if he pays the money early on, but then would they have still sort of tried to drag it out? Because I think Eze had made it clear from day one that he wanted Arsenal. So
the thing I'm gutted about, it's just more time wasted. This week they spent nearly 2 weeks on Eze. I mean, maybe even longer, and it's just time wasted. That's what I'm gutted about. I don't think we was ever going to get him, Kate. I think that Arsenal was always there in the background waiting. You know, for whatever reason, I don't know. But it's just no. And then, like, there's 10 days left of the window. I think is it 10 days? Yeah.
And Morgan Gibbs-White as well, the time you spent on him. About 4 or 5 weeks wasted on 2 players that aren't come in.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I don't know what Levy thinks that he's doing, being involved, but just fuck off away from football and do what you're good at, and let people do the football who are good at football, you know?
Yeah. Like at the end of the day, we thought Vinay was coming in to do that, but apparently not. Levy just can't help himself but to get involved. However, good luck to anyone that protests, but I still don't think even if you get 10,000 down the lane, it's going to make any difference. Levy will leave when he's ready to leave, in my opinion. But you know what? If you want to protest, I 100% big up to you if that's what you want to do. But we'll see. We'll see. I just feel sorry for Frank because it's going to be toxic in the stadium next week. And I just think it's not a great way to start off your tenure when there's all this upheaval and bad feeling, and I just feel sorry for him, really. He's probably thinking, what the hell have I done? They tried to warn me, but I didn't listen. But last week's games, the scores on the doors. Chang, you came last week. You came third with 5 because Jimbo and Jess both got 6, so they joined second, and I got 8 last week. I got a correct score. And I'm leading, which very rarely happens, and I'm sure it won't last long. But I think that what we all went wrong. There was one game we all got wrong, I'm sure. Yeah, the Chelsea Palace game. We all backed Chelsea, and it was a boring, really, really boring 0-0. So early lead for me, but don't get excited because I'm useless. Steve says. Leeds Angels, Jules, defo, but never going to happen. Literally mass protest. My brother-in-law's a season ticket holder and they're furious over Kudus already. Oh, West Ham, yeah. Kate knows Ball FC. Not according to after people at the terrace last night. I was called, who is that butch woman in the corner talking about football? That's what he said to me.
Who said that?
Some gonk on the terrace. He got banned. He said women shouldn't. He said no wonder Joey Barton gets so upset. Women should be nowhere near talking about the men's game. That's what he said.
You absolutely cooked all of them. So
yeah, with my I always that was funny. It was. It took me back because it's a long time since I've had a comment like that. But you know what? There's always going to be wankers in the world. So, and he was a gooner. So there we go.
I'm just lucky you only get one. I get that every stream.
Yeah, honestly, I don't see why in 2025 men can't accept that women talk about football. I mean, are they really that insecure?
Yeah, you know why, didn't you? Because his wife never comes second. It's always him.
It's either that or why have you got an American on here? That's all I ever get. Why are you lot talking about football in here? Women, why?
I know Staffy gets that a lot. It's like they tell him to go and watch baseball. And I just think, really? Are we really in that day and age? Honestly. Merovingian says, I'm sorry, but they're just brushing off here, and it's only football is why Levy does this crap. He knows we are too soft and too lazy to do a damn thing about it. Such a shame. We're so happy to be the mug. Look, if I come on here and I start screaming and shouting and saying it's a disgrace, it's not going to make any difference to what Daniel Levy does. It's just going to stress me out. So why would I bother? I'm sorry. If you want to go to somewhere that does that, there's plenty of channels that will scream and shout and cry and moan and demand this, but you're not going to get that here. So I'm sorry to disappoint you. Willsy, it's not your fault. It weren't you, my love. Yeah, us three girls can school him. Exactly. Steve says, speaks volumes, Kate. Gooners are the missing link. Not all Gooners. I tried to make sure the chat respects the panel, but there's so many idiots. I know. Do you know what? It just took me by surprise more than anything. Big up, Matt. Take care. Enjoy your day. But let's get on to this weekend's matches, and we've got one tonight. This is a rivalry in itself, isn't it? West Ham, Chelsea. Jimbo. Yeah. West Ham look absolutely shit at the minute, and Chelsea, to be fair, didn't look much better. Just laughing. Say it as it is, Kate. Don't hold back. What are you making of this game tonight?
I can't see nothing but a Chelsea win. Right. I've got West Ham to go down. I can't see them staying up. Not unless they do something in the next 10 days dramatic. So I'm going to go. Do you want my score?
Yes, please.
2-0 Chelsea.
2-0 Chelsea. Mr. Chang, what about you? How do you see this going?
I think this tie favours Chelsea massively. I honestly didn't expect West Ham to get spanked at the Stadium of Light by Sunderland. And the fact that they didn't get a single goal tells me that they might struggle to even score at Upton Park later on tonight. But I'm going to give them the benefit of a doubt, although I still am pining for an away win. This is going to finish 2-1 to Chelsea on their travels. It's going to be West Ham United 1, Chelsea 2.
Interesting. Jess, are you going on the Chelsea train?
Yeah, I watched West Ham last week. Me and Stacey did the watch along for it, and they were absolutely shocking against Sunderland. I can't lie. They made Sunderland made them look very average. So my score prediction is going to be 3-0 to Chelsea.
Wow. And I've gone 3-1 to Chelsea. I agree. I just can't see anything but a Chelsea win. They've got that little bit of quality. Well, not a little bit. They've got a lot of quality. And West Ham, I think, are really poor. Merovingian says, why are you not fuming? We wasted 2 weeks again. You're letting Levy get away with it. My God, sorry, love you guys, but you have this pathetic club you deserve. This is your warning, Merovingian. That's the one comment I hate, that you get this club you deserve. There's nothing I can do to change it, right? I had 2 days where I was fuming. If you watch me on the terrace, you'll know. But I'm not going to sit here and scream. If you don't like it, don't fucking watch. But don't come out of all that bollocks about you get the club you deserve. I hate that saying. Because nothing I can do is going to change what Daniel Levy does. So if you don't like it, fuck off. Sorry, Jim, was you going to say something?
Yeah, there's no need to say fuck off. But
it gets on my nerves. What do they want us to do? Scream and shout?
Yeah. Whoever that was, I forgot the name.
Merovingian.
There's no point in us crying and screaming and shouting. He's an Arsenal player now. He's not with us, is he? So what's the point? I mean, Levy ain't watching us. You know, if Levy was watching, I might say a few more things, but he ain't.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's no point.
Exactly. What is the point of wasting so much energy on screaming and shouting for nothing? Have you seen how slow West Ham's midfield is? How much Chelsea took care of a prime PSG midfield? Yeah, I also saw, though, how poor Chelsea looked the other day. They really looked out of sorts. But look, we'll see. It's only an opinion, guys. Only an opinion. 3-0 Chelsea, says Willsy. Why won't my thing move? That's it. Don't watch. Yeah, exactly. I can't understand why you would want to be screaming. It's just, life's so short. Why scream about football, really? Afternoon, Paddy. Where do we go from here? Down to the lake, I fear. That's what my gramps used to say. Big up. That's all right. I swore as well. Naughty me. I shouldn't have sworn, sorry, but I can't help it. Sometimes I get.
There's no need, is there?
No, but I get angry, Jimbo. I can't help myself. Sometimes I get angry. And Eze's name's been mentioned too many times today, so the anger's building. Yeah, exactly. This is why I haven't streamed for a couple of days, because we like to try and be calm. And if we'd streamed straight after the news, you would have seen us ranting and raving and screaming. But you know what? That's why we didn't do it. So if you don't like it, that's just how it is. Then we've got a big game tomorrow. Chang, bloody hell. Doesn't get much more difficult than this. Away at the Etihad to Manchester City, who looked like they're getting back to their best with Reinders and Haaland. And, oh, my God. What do you fancy for tomorrow?
Well, before I go into the match tomorrow, I just want to bring up this interesting fact in which absolutely no one saw us coming away with a 3-0 win. I think it was. No, 4-0. We actually came away with a 4-0 win away at the Etihad last season when everything looked lost and, hopeless. So hopefully we will be able to channel some of that tomorrow. Although I'm not going to, I'm not going to be hedging any bets on that anytime soon. But I can count on Thomas Frank to, give it a good go. What with the way I've seen him tactically in the last few competitive matches, starting with the Super Cup final against PSG. He has a good chance of trying to nullify their attack if he plays 3 centre-backs, which for all intents and purposes looks very likely, assuming the trio of Danso, Van der Ven, and Romero are up for it. As much as I would like to say it's going to be a Spurs win, I think I'm going to play it safe by predicting a draw here. A 1-1 draw. A 1-1 draw could do good. For me, a point will be a very, very good for us on our travels. Anything more than a single point will be a big, big, big bonus. So yeah, I will be sticking with my 1-1 draw between Spurs and City in 24 hours time, the kickoff. Back to you, Miss Kate.
1-1. Look, we didn't normally do well against City, but we shall see. Jess, what do you fancy for this one?
2-1 Spurs for me, please.
Oh, go on, Jess. Is that because we tend to have City's number, or you just think? Yeah, is that what it is?
If you look at the Wolves game, if you want to be an offside, they'd have got 2 goals for a start, Wolves. I'm not saying, but Man City, I just think you're a bit of a bogey team for Man City. I can't lie. So, yeah, I'm going to go 2-1 Spurs.
Yeah. I originally was going to do us to lose. I'm not going to lie. But I've decided I've done a 2-2 draw because we do seem to have City's number so often. And I think if we can get Kudus and Richarlison carrying on scoring and linking up, we've got a chance of getting a draw up there. Jimbo, what do you fancy?
3-0.
What's City?
Not going to answer that.
You don't even think Man City are going to score, no?
No. 3-0.
I might as well put a big fat cross next to your name straight away.
You said that last time when I said it was 4-0. And did I get it right?
Yeah, this is true. I
said 4-0 and we won 4-0. I'll say 3-0.
I hope you're right.
Darling, because last time you had egg on your face.
Not for the first time. Man City 2-0, says Chrysandro. I'm looking forward to it. I'm nervous, but
Tottenham 2-0, Cassandra said.
What did I say? Man City 2-0. Sorry, Man City 0, Tottenham 2. That's what I meant to say. We will be doing the pump-up show on We Are Tottenham TV at 11 o'clock tomorrow. So I can't go in there with a loss. I've got to be more positive, and I can't see a win. So I'm just going to go for a 2-2 draw and hope for the best. Steve D's going for 3-1 Spurs. Kate, Jimbo should get double points if he gets that prediction right. All right, Jimbo, you get double. If it's 3-0, you get 6 points.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. Because,
so that's last year's and add another 3 points on.
You're still lost by about 150 points. But look, let's hope. I hope you're right, Jimbo. It'd be amazing if we can get a 3-0 win up there. Any win would be amazing. Jess, this sounds like a bit of a bore fest. I'm not going to lie. The next game,
Can I just say,
go on, Jim.
can I just say thank you to Wilsey for that suggestion?
Bournemouth versus Wolves, Jess. What do you think?
I thought Bournemouth did really well against Liverpool last Friday. I can't lie, they got 2 decent goals. I can't even lie, they played all right. To say the amount of players they've lost, I was quite shocked how well they set up. Wolves obviously lost 4-0.
Yeah. That is it. Semenyo that was running it.
That second goal they scored were an absolute pearl. I can't even lie. Played really well. They did actually. They shocked me how well they played. I can't lie, but I'm gonna go 2-1 to Bournemouth at home. Just got 2 signings in. They've just got Ben Doak from Liverpool, which is a decent signing. The lad over from Bayer Leverkusen. I'm gonna go 2-1 Bournemouth.
Do you know what? You're saying that a lot of people are saying we should go in for Semenyo. I think they forget that right at the beginning of the window we did. Then he signed a new contract at Bournemouth. So I'm pretty sure he is going to be out of the picture. I've gone for a 2-0 Bournemouth win for this one. I just think Wolves are really looking like they're going to struggle. Big up to you, Guy Thompson. Bournemouth 1-1. 3-2 says Luton Dan. That'd be nice. 5-goal thriller. They're me saying it'd be a bore fest. 1-0, 2-1 Bournemouth, 2-0 Bournemouth, 2-1 Bournemouth. Jimbo, what do you fancy for this one?
I think 2-2.
You think Wolves are going to score 2 goals?
Yeah.
Wow. Jimbo's on drugs today. Mr. Chang, what do you fancy?
Well, it seems that Mr. Jimmy Hotspur here has been reading my mind because he's absolutely spot on with my prediction that I sent to you, 4 or 5 hours ago. I can't even remember how long it was ago I sent you my predictions. But yeah, I'm expecting Bournemouth to come away with a victory at home. It's going to be 2-1 to Bournemouth. Bournemouth 2, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1.
Okay. So we've got a 2-0, 2-1, 2-1, 2-2. So it'll probably be 0-0 now. Now we've all done that. But anyway, Brentford Villa is the next one. I have done this. Brentford 0, Villa 1. I think this will be a tight game, but Brentford, I'm just not sure about them. Jimbo, what are you making of Brentford Villa?
I think I'm going to go 2-1 Villa.
2-1 to Villa. Do you fear for Brentford, Jimbo?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I fear for West Ham massively as well.
Yeah. Well, I don't fear for them. I'm hoping that they go down. But yeah, I know what you're saying. I'm savage today. I don't know why. I've got savageness in me. Big up Benji. A lot of people are tipping Villa 3-1, 1-0, 2-1, Villa to win 2-1, Villa to win 2-0. No one giving Brentford 16-1 Brentford. Benny's coming in with a Brentford prediction. Mr. Chang, what's your thoughts on this one?
I think Villa should win this on their travels, and Brentford might struggle to keep them at bay. If they're not careful, they might even get swamped before halftime. I'm expecting Villa to, come out all guns blazing. They definitely have something to prove to their own fans. And Unai Emery seems like a man on a mission so far with Villa's resurrection in the Premier League. I am going to be sticking with my 2-1 away win to Aston Villa. It's going to finish Brentford 1, Aston Villa 2.
That's what I think.
Okay. Yeah, same as Mr. Jimbo. Jess, what are your thoughts on this one?
Newcastle obviously drew with Villa last time out 0-0. Brentford got absolutely pummeled by Forest 3-1. They look very poor defensively. I'm going to go 3-1 to Aston Villa.
Ooh, poor Brentford. I think their biggest loss this window is Thomas Frank, to be fair. But they have lost some players as well, so I do fear for them. Then we've got a championship match. Both teams who've come up. Mr. Chang, Burnley. I can only say it that way. I can't say it any other way. Burnley versus Sunderland. Yeah. What do you fancy for this one, Mr. Chang?
This is a difficult one to call, honestly. Burnley didn't do that much against us last Saturday. As a matter of fact, I think this might favor Sunderland massively, given how Sunderland absolutely whipped West Ham at home, away on home at the Stadium of Light. And Well, stranger things have happened in football. Burnley just might mount a comeback to make up for their disappointing loss to us last Saturday. This could go either way, so I'm calling it a draw. I'm going to call it a draw between Burnley and Sunderland. It's going to finish 1 apiece between Burnley and Sunderland.
You and Jimmy Hotspur are on the same wavelength today, because that's exactly what Jimmy said as well. Jess, what flavour vape have you got? I've got blue raspberry.
Blueberry, raspberry, lemonade.
Oh, that sounds nice. I've got mint. How boring. But I do like the mint, the raspberry and them ones. I just haven't got any left. Jess, Burnley, Sunderland. You probably know better than us because you watched them more last season. But of course, there's been a transfer window, and Sunderland have strengthened massively.
Burnley obviously lost to you guys 3-0. Thought they looked poor. Thought they offered nothing attacking wise. Looked really poor. They just looked set up to defensively for me. Not that you can go that way in Premier League, in my opinion. You've got to have that attacking outlet as well. Sunderland made West Ham look very poor, but West Ham was poor. But in my opinion, I'm going to go for the 3-1 win to Sunderland. I don't see any difference.
Yeah. I've gone for a 2-1 away win as well. I thought Burnley looked terrible against us. I like Scott Parker as well, so but he can only work with what he's got, and they just don't look. They're one of these teams. They never seem. I don't. Sorry for any Burnley fans that might be watching. They never seem to try and go that extra mile to stay up. They're kind of quite happy to yo-yo between. And I just feel like Sunderland have really pulled out the stops to try and stay up this year. So I think Sunderland will do them.
I think the players that they signed, a lot of them within the Championship, but they had an obligation to buy when they've got promoted. So a lot of the players. I mean, Kyle Walker is experienced, and De Bratfer in goal, but that don't make a team, in my opinion. And I think out of the three that have come up, they've probably recruited the least quality of players.
And to be fair, Kyle Walker against us, you could just tell he's coming to the end of his career.
Yeah,
it's not the Kyle Walker we all remember. But Jimbo, what do you think?
I think I'm going to go with Chang here. I think it'll be a draw 1-1.
Oh, friends, prediction friends. 1-1 for you as well. Then we've got Jess's speciality here, Arsenal Leeds. Come on, give us your thoughts on this one, Jess. Please tell me you think your team can turn this bunch of mugs over.
My heart tells me one thing and my head tells me another, but I'll never back my team to lose. I can't look, Leeds, I've given Arsenal some good games in past, as we've seen. You should never, ever write Leeds United off. Farke's press conference yesterday, he's already said he's not going to go there and he's not going to just park the bus. You need attacking threat as well. So I know everybody's probably going to go for an Arsenal win here, and I totally understand it, but I'm going to go for a sneaky 2-1 win to Leeds United.
What do you think of Daniel Farke, Jess?
Right. When he was at Norwich and they got promoted, they give him $5 million to spend in Premier League. It's nothing, right? What he's done for Leeds in 2 seasons, you've got to remember when he took over Leeds United, we were in disarray. There were all these contracts and everything. He's turned the club round, and I really like Daniel Farke. A lot of fan base wanted him sacked. When we got promoted, they actually wanted him to go. They wanted a new manager to come in. I didn't see any issue with him starting with us in Premier League. At the end of the day, he got us up there, so why not? So for me, I like Farke. I think he's a good manager. Whether or not he can keep us in Premier League will be determined, but everybody thought we'd lose at Everton on Monday.
Yeah, I agree. I actually really like Daniel Farke. Yeah. I was absolutely shocked when your fan base were calling for his head after he got you promoted.
I was fuming. I was on my streams and I'm like, look, guys, come on. He's got us promoted at the end of the day. And you got to think as well, when he came in, he lost a lot of players. Last season, we lost Somerville, we lost Rutter, we lost Archer, we lost a lot of the backbone of the team, and he still got us promoted in 2 seasons, the biggest points all he's ever done. I mean, 100 points, he got us up, You looked on Monday, I'm not saying it was the best of games because it won't, but we made Everton look very ordinary at home. And, we've just got to take as much. If we come away with a draw, it'd be absolutely buzzing. But this game, for me, it's a free hit regarding Leeds because we won't be putting our eggs in beating Arsenal at the end of the day. So if we come away with a point or 3 points, that's a bonus for Leeds. The pressure's on Arsenal to beat Leeds United, not the other way around, in my opinion. And I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Leeds. Why not?
Well, I hope you're right, Jess. I'm going to apologise in advance because I've done 4-0.
Everybody's allowed their opinion. My head tells me we lose, but my heart tells me we win. And I can't ever back them to lose. I can't.
No. I've gone 4-0 to the dirty Woolwich. I can't help it.
Yeah, it's not better, do you?
I'm not going to lie. I didn't watch Leeds against Everton. Perhaps I should have done, because obviously they must have given a reasonable account of themselves. I know they won on a penalty.
Well, the penalty would a bit like, some people thought it was harsh, but the movement of his hand, for me, it was a penalty. He knew what he was doing, and we'll take that 3 points all day long.
Yeah.
37 more to go.
I'm going to change it. I'll do 4-1 now. I'm going to give you a goal. I don't feel quite as guilty now. If it's 4-0, though, I will be coming back and screaming. But no, I'm going to do 4-1 to Arsenal. Big up, Del Boy. Look, we move on. If he don't want to play for us, we don't want him. That's my view. So, you know, move. Big up, Vinders. Been so busy with work. Is anyone? Oh, shut up. Shut up, Vinders. Don't make me ban you, you little rascal.
Your bias is showing.
Yeah, exactly. This game is a free hit for Leeds, which is dangerous for Arsenal, because anything other than a win, people will be asking questions of Arsenal. Leeds will be looking at this game as bonus points. Yeah, look, you're absolutely right. David Clark's predicting Leeds to nick it 3-2. I've got to go blink twice. Honestly, bye, Vinders. Thanks for popping in, you swine. Yeah, it's too soon. Jimbo. Gooners versus Leeds. What do you fancy?
Can't help it. I love Vinders. Can't help
Vinders
it.
is great, but he's a little shit today.
Arsenal v Leeds. I just can't see you winning, Jess. Sorry.
You've got a chance because Jimbo fancies you to lose, so you've got a chance because Jimbo.
Yeah, reverse psychology. If he goes for Arsenal win, we might get that win, you know. It's even funny because I've got Angus on watch along with me tomorrow, and it's going to be interesting because he's going to get scored. If we win
so
tomorrow,
funny.
do you know what he says? If you win, I'm blocking you off everything.
What time's the kickoff?
5:30.
Oh my God, I'm going to try and remember and put the watch along on because that would be so funny. If Leeds win and Angus is on the watch along.
Come on, right. Him and Stacey were on, right? But she's a gooner as well. So she goes, I'm just going to go put a red shirt on. I says, here, I can go do one better than that. Put Spurs shirt on and sat on Spurs. Watch along with Spurs shirt on.
Gorgeous. That's brilliant. But yeah, that would be funny if he's live on air and they lose. Sorry, Jimbo, what was you saying?
I think they're going to be good at home this year, Arsenal. I think it's a way that they might drop points. If it was at Leeds, it wouldn't be this score. I'm going to say 2-0. I think if it was at Leeds, I might give Leeds a win.
Yeah.
At Arsenal, I just think it's going to be too much.
Yeah. Mr. Chang, what's your thoughts on Arsenal versus Leeds?
Well, this is the one match which I'm really, really hoping the away team does us a big favor, and not just for us, for the whole Premier League, for that matter. I've always wanted to see a good team like a Leeds United pull off a great upset, whether it's away at City or against Liverpool at Anfield. But getting an away win against Arsenal at N7 would be a good start to get things underway. And yeah, this is one game where I really am hoping the away team comes away with a victory. I will be sticking to my 2-1 away win prediction for Leeds United.
Go on,
it's going to finish.
Get in there, yes, ma'am.
It's going to finish Woolwich 1, Leeds United 2. And hopefully we will see the new signing from AC Milan, Noah Okafor, get himself a debut goal for Leeds United as well. That will really be the icing on the cake. So yes, it's Woolwich 1, Leeds United 2 for me. Having said that, back to you, Miss Kate.
Yes, thank you, Chang. That's Jess's channel, Ben Bryant. Ben, I have asked you a couple of times. I don't know if you answered it. Did you get your Jack Wilshere picture? Let me know if it arrived safe. I haven't seen the other fan yet either to ask if they got their Szoboszlai one. So I hope they did because I bought that especially for them. So I read that now Eze has given up on winning trophies because it's time for Arsenal.
What did I say to you this morning, Kate, about Eze? I said what David Clark said, that he's going to have to be on the wing.
I know, but you know what? I think he'll end up fighting for Odegaard for his space. I don't think Odegaard's place is secure. I think Eze will fight for that. So I'm quite sure Arsenal fans who have good memories will remember Leeds ending their title race twice before Hasselbank once before and Viduka another time. Yep. Thank you, subscribed. Another subscriber. Big up to you, Ben. Me personally don't think Eze played us. I think it was Palace trying to start a bidding war, which we'd never win. I'm probably wrong, but that's how I feel. Yeah, look, we'll never know, will we? We'll never know the truth, but, you know, no point crying over spilt milk, as they say. Big up, Ellie in Vegas. Good to see you. I'm sure it said it was delivered. I'm going to have to check. Because I'm sure it said it was delivered. I'd like to thank the surgeon and nurses at Loughborough Hospital for my leg operation on Wednesday. I'm in pain but recovering slowly. Big up, David. Hope you get better soon. Not sure what's wrong with your leg, but worst ways, you've got another one. You could be like Ledley and only have one knee. But yeah, hope you get better soon. Eze used to let his mates date the girl first because he liked seconds. Yes. All these jokes are welcome. It's not too soon for them. Next up, Palace versus Forest. Obviously, Palace now without Eberechi Eze, and they did win last night in Europe. Jimbo, what do you think for this one?
I'm going to go another 1-1, Kate.
1-1. It's a hard choice because now I really don't like Palace and I really don't like Forest. So it's a real horrible game to predict this one. But 1-1 for Jimbo. Mr. Chang, what do you think?
This is one game in which I'm really hoping both teams actually drop points. If there's actually a way to forfeit this match, cancel it altogether and dock points for both teams for, you know, failing to turn up, I gladly, you know, take that result. A no-show by either team. But I mean, let's be realistic here. Again, I also don't want either team to win. And Forest did rather well themselves. Last weekend, as at Palace. But seeing as Palace just got over playing in the Europa League, Europa Conference. Yeah, they were playing the Conference League. 1-1 for me as well, Miss Kate. It's going to finish 1 apiece between Palace and Forest.
There's going to be some needle, I reckon, this match because they're playing in the Conference League because of Forest. So there's going to be a bit of needle.
There's not going to be a bit.
Yeah. Most people predicting a draw. Jess, what are your thoughts on this one?
I did the watch along for Crystal Palace last night, and you could tell they were missing Eze or Ready, that quality, you know, that he offers.
Mm-hmm.
Nottingham Forest did get a good win at the weekend, but like I said, Brentford were very poor. So I'm going to go 2-2 Desmond for this game.
That's exactly the scoreline I've done, Jess. I think I can't see a winner. Well, we've all gone draws, 2-2-2s and 2-1-1s. And that suits me because then neither of them get 3 points because I don't like either. So I've not heard this, Steve. What is this all about? Any news in Big Up Chang? We'll see in a minute. Any news in this and going to Forest? I don't know where you've seen that, Steve. Please do let me know where you've seen that because I've no idea. Chang, are you taking us in the toilet with you just so I know whether to remove you? Oh, okay. We don't need to see Chang's little Chang today.
I'm just going to head off to the washroom a while. I'm definitely not bringing this to the washroom with me. Of course not. I'll be back in a minute. Okay. Bear with me. I'll be back very soon.
Okay, Chang, no problem. Sava Ray, big up Sava. Thank you for sending everyone over. Kate, quick question. One sec. What's your thoughts on Forest might be sacking Nuno? I haven't heard anything about this. Have you, Jess? No. I mean, Steve texted me this morning and said, what do you think on Ange going to Forest? And obviously Jim said the Greek connection. And I thought he was joking, but I haven't heard anything about Nuno possibly Forest sacking Nuno. To me, that seems absolutely bonkers. Jimbo, what's your thoughts on that? If there's truth in it?
I don't know. I haven't seen it anywhere, Kate, but I'm sure Steve D's not wrong. All right, Ellie. Look, it wouldn't surprise me because of the Greek connection, right? And I would absolutely love to see Ange back in the Premiership with another club. Just today, I'd like to see when he comes back to Spurs, the reception he gets. But look, I can definitely see that happening. If not this season, and then another season. And it wouldn't be nice to see him back in the Premiership. See if he's learned anything, and and maybe if he goes to Forest, they go down. That might be good as well. So, yeah, I'd like to see it.
Apparently, a lot of people are saying he's fallen out with the Forest owners over transfer dealings. But
Who's that?
Nuno.
Yeah, but you know what? This guy will sack him as quick as anything.
Welcome everyone who's coming from Sava's channel. Big up Sava for sending everyone over. I mean, Jess, what's your thoughts if they sack Nuno?
I'd be a bit shocked, to be honest with you, after what he's done for Forest. It's
Exactly.
crazy, but they say he's ruthless, their owner. But it'd be a bit of a shock, that. I can't lie. But these tensions, isn't there? Because he come out, Nuno, after a pre-season game and said he wasn't happy with the transfers that were coming in. Marinakis is a crazy guy, though. It wouldn't shock me if he did sack him.
No, and like Jimbo said, if you look at the Greek connection,
I just read it.
Yeah, I'll put it up here. I mean, the Greek connection's there, but I'm not being funny. If you bring in hands, I don't think Forest will be as stable as they are at the minute. But look, it remains to be seen as to what happens. But yeah, Forest have done some good business, really good business, actually. Journalists from Spain are reporting it. Big up Jack Spurs, good to see you. We're good, thank you for asking. Welcome to everybody who's just joined in. Please do smash a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're expecting Alistair Gold will be bringing Frank's news conference anytime. He's due anytime, so it'll be interesting to see, because they're bound to ask him what he thinks about the Eze business. And the poor guy. What?
He won't answer. He'll just say that he don't talk about players that don't belong to him.
No, but they will ask him his opinion on what happened, and he's in a really difficult position. I feel very sorry for Thomas Frank. But look, if we if we get any news from the press conference, obviously we'll bring it to you. I've got it on in the background to see when any pop-ups come up. You always get something crazy at least once every season that just makes no sense. This Nuno one might be the one, indeed. Rodri and Foden available for tomorrow. Oh, yippee diddy do. That's good to hear. Forest owners are falling out of Nuno because Nuno told his chairman to keep off the pitch because his weight is causing potholes. Next up on the list, we have got Everton versus Brighton, Mr. Chang. What do you fancy for this one?
If memory serves me right, I think this is only one of 2 home wins that I predicted for all of match week 2. Just to check, yes, that is correct. I'm going for an Everton win. This is the match I really think that this is the match Jack Grealish is going to come good for Everton. And I think they are due a win themselves, Everton, against Brighton and Hove Albion. It's going to finish Everton 2, Brighton 1.
Okay. Chang, whereabouts are you broadcasting from? Someone's just asked.
Okay, so this is very, very close to the customs, the border between Malaysia and Singapore, in the state of Johor Bahru. So you could say I'm right in the middle between 2 countries. Yeah, this is this is the border between Malaysia and Singapore, and I'm on the Malaysian side. I've come back to the Malaysian side to bed down for the night once this stream is over, and in the morning I will have to make the journey across the causeway to work. So yeah, here I am in Malaysia, in Southeast Asia, and it's right on the border between 2 countries, Malaysia and Singapore. Thanks for the question.
When you say bed down for the night, you're not sleeping in that park, are you?
Well, okay, I'm just going to pan the camera to my back. There it is. That is my lodging there in the background. That's not my car anyway. The red car, I don't own a red car. I will never for the life of me ever own a vehicle that is that red in color. You might not be able to see, but there is a house somewhere to the back of my head. So That's where I'll be going back to my rented room for the duration of the next 2 years. So I'll be here for a good 2 years unless something turns up. So yeah, this right here, this is an eatery, as you can see behind me. I'm here at an eatery on the Malaysian side, and just had my dinner, and I'm making the most of the Wi-Fi here as I do my broadcast after my dinner and before bedtime. Thank you, everyone.
It's not very friendly there. I just waved to the waiter and he didn't even wave back. There's no need for that, is there?
I doubt if he saw you actually. I think I'm very sure. I'm not sure if he saw it, but you must understand that I'm using a tablet and the screen is kind of small, so he might not even be able to see what's going on. But the people out here are rather friendly, mainly because of the tourists. There are lots and lots and lots of expatriates over here from either countries, and this place is actually quite happening at this time of hour, this close to dinner time. So yeah, the people here are very, very friendly.
You know what it is, Chang? Don't let on we know, but I bet he's a gooner. I bet he's a dirty gooner. Very rude. Yeah, rude waiter. Don't give him a tip. That's all I'm going to say. Are we actually on a... Yeah, look, we are. We are. I was completely confused. So you've got 2-1 Everton, Mr. Chang. Am I right? Yes.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, Jess, Everton, Brighton. What do you fancy?
2-1 to Brighton for me. If Everton look part of the day, to be honest. Grealish only come on for about 20 minutes, offered very little. So I'm going to go 2-1 to Brighton.
Oh, interesting. I don't like Grealish's hair. I'm just going to put it out there. He looked much better when it was curtains. His legs are still nice, though. But going back to football, I have gone 1-1 for this one. Yeah, just, I don't know. I just couldn't pick a winner. Jimbo, what do you fancy?
Yeah, I'm going to go 1-1 as well, Kate.
Copycat.
Not copycat. It's what I think the score will be.
Copycat. Don't know what you're looking at. You're looking at the doormat. Next up, Jimbo, we've got Fulham versus Manchester United. What do you fancy for this one? Obviously, United losing to Arsenal at Old Trafford. Did Fulham win? I can't think what the score was.
With Brighton. Minesco at the 94th minute.
That's right.
Well, what's Fulham's last score?
1-1 against Brighton.
Who's at home, Kate?
Fulham.
Fulham at home at Craven Cottage.
Yeah.
God, don't want to do another draw really, but I'm going to go 2-1 United.
2-1 to Manchester United. Where are we? I think if they don't win this game, there'll be a mini meltdown from the Man United fans. I'm just going to put it out there. Mr. Chang, what do you fancy for this one?
Wow, I can't remember how many predictions both me and Mr. Boxall have, got correct, or rather we've, come up with the same prediction. But this is another one of them, and this is the game I'm feeling. I really am feeling that this is the game that Brian Mbeumo announces himself as a Man United player. So I am going to go for an away win as well, and it's also going to finish 2-1 to Manchester United. It's going to finish Fulham 1, Manchester United 2. Probably Brian Mbeumo gets its first proper goal for United in this game as well.
Do you know what? I think Mbeumo was so unlucky not to score against Arsenal. So I think he's going to score this weekend. I'm with you on that. Jess, what do you fancy for this one?
I agree with you. I thought we were very unlucky against Arsenal. A helping hand from the goalkeeper. Raya made some really good saves to keep Man United out. I can't lie. Fulham got a draw last minute for Menez. I'm going to go 2-1 Man United.
Oh, so you've all gone 2-1 and I'm breaking the curse again. I've gone for a 2-2 draw. I still haven't got that much confidence in Manchester United's midfield. And I just fancy that Fulham could get a draw at their place. Do you know what? I've only been to Craven Cottage once. Jimbo and I went and we lost. And I swore I'd never set foot in that ground again. I hated it. I hate that ground. I don't know why. It's so claustrophobic in there. But sorry, Paige, to be the only one to not predict United to win. But I am going for a 2-2 draw. But yeah, Raya showed why he's one of the best keepers in the league. He was your man of the match. And yeah, like Paige says, their goalie cost them. I think they're close to completing a deal for a goalkeeper today, beginning with L. I can't remember his name. I want to say Lemons, but I don't think it's Lemons, but it's something like that. Nottingham Forest are considering sacking Nuno and replacing him with former Tottenham manager Ange Postecoglou. I've just been sent that. Interesting. I kind of agree with what Jim says. I quite like to see Ange back in the Premier League just to see how he does with another team. I didn't predict a loss. Big up Ryan G. Big up to everyone who's coming in. Please do smash a like and subscribe. And to be fair, I don't think Casemiro, although he's getting a lot of shit, I don't think he was actually that bad against Arsenal. But you do need better. Big up to Shirley, the tea lady who's coming. Singularity, ex-Tottenham manager, takeover from an ex-Tottenham manager. Yes, indeed. And then a big game this weekend. I think this is Monday Night Football. Yeah. Newcastle versus Liverpool. This is going to be a needle game with the old Isak thing going on. And of course, there might have been a conclusion by then. Who knows? It's I cannot see Newcastle hanging on to this guy. Chang, what do you think for Newcastle-Liverpool?
This is going to be a tricky one for Newcastle, especially if they're going to be without Isak. Liverpool as well, coming off that very good win last weekend. I can only see Liverpool winning this, although I think it's going to be a tight game. A single goal should separate either side from defeat and victory. And I'm going to be siding with the red half of Merseyside on this one. It's going to finish Newcastle United 1, Liverpool 2 at Tyneside on Monday night. Yeah, on Monday night. So yeah, it's going to finish Newcastle United 1, Liverpool 2.
Jess, what do you think about this one? Do you think, first of all, do you think Isak might have moved by then?
No, they reckon. The bits that are coming out are that Liverpool are going to go in for a mega offer after that game. But Frimpong is now injured for Liverpool. He's done his hamstring. He won't be back till after international break. Defensively, Liverpool looked a little bit fragile, I can't lie. Attacking wise, we look great, but defensively, they still looked a few holes there. But I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Liverpool.
2-1 to Liverpool for Jess. I have gone for a 2-2 just because it's at St James's Park, which is always a really difficult place to go. There's going to be massive needle because of this whole Isak business. And because I agree with you, Jess, I thought Liverpool in defence, they need this Guy deal to go through, or Gay, however you want to say it, because they still look a little bit iffy. I think if they can get him, that solidifies their...
Stagnant, Kate. If you watched him other day, he had a shocker against Bournemouth, I can't lie. He's too stagnant. He really was. He really
Who was that?
Eberechi Eze for Liverpool.
Oh, I know. I said that on the terrace. He was dreadful. Mm-hmm. I mean, I said to Jim, he should never put on a Liverpool shirt again. He looked so out of place. He looked awful.
He did.
Who's this?
Kanate for Liverpool.
Oh,
remember I said to you, he was awful.
He was all over the place, wasn't he?
You can't have that in a team a title-winning team.
Well, look at Semenyo when he went through. He just moved aside. Just let him go.
Yeah.
Very poor.
But I am going to Jimbo. What do you fancy for Newcastle versus Liverpool?
I'm going to go 3-1 Liverpool.
Oh, at St James's Park.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Do you know what I did say to Jim this week? I've done 1, 2, 3, 5 draws, which is unusual for me. I don't normally like doing draws, but I just fancy lots of draws in this game. But yeah, so that's the games for this week. Going on to Tottenham just briefly. Obviously, we still haven't got a number 10, Chang. We still don't know if we're going to get a number 10 and who the hell it'll be. Do you think he sort of tries to line up like we did against PSG and plays quite defensively, hoping to get City on the break? Or do you think he goes like he did against Burnley? What's your thoughts?
I honestly think that going toe-to-toe against City at the Etihad without a proper 10 would be suicidal. And the only way I can see us actually getting anything out of this game is if we actually play to our strengths rather than to City's strengths, if that makes any sense. I did allude to us playing with 3 centre backs from the beginning, and well, if things aren't going our way, by half time, we could see some changes. Probably maybe even 2 strikers if Thomas Frank fancies having Richarlison and Solanke linking up top for the second half. But yeah, I think the logical thing to do here would be to try and hit them on the counter. There is this. I mean, I always support all players, regardless of their background or nationalities or whatever position they play. And Richarlison looked like a player reborn last Saturday against Burnley. So this is the one game where I really am hoping for more through. Even if he gets a single goal, I think it will be a great moral boost for him for the rest of the season, regardless of how he fares beyond Christmas. But yeah, I think it's the prudence and possibly the logical thing would be to just soak up the pressure, see if we can hit City on the counter, and playing 5 at the back I think should do the job. But don't expect us to be keeping clean sheets, because this is not one of those games where you can rely on anyone, given how frail we are on our travels. So yeah, I think a draw would be a likely outcome, and we do have to soak up the pressure and just stem the tide of the advance. Let's just see what happens in 24 hours, and if things don't go our way, I fully expect Thomas Frank to ring the changes a lot sooner than Postecoglou ever did. Having said that, back to you, Ms. Kate.
Yeah. I mean, Jess, what do you make of how Spurs have started? And obviously there's the argument of whether we put Bergvall in as a 10 or we put Sarr in as a 10. What's your thoughts on Spurs?
I don't think you can read too much into the Burnley game, in my opinion. You can only play what's in front of you, and Burnley are poor. But I do believe under Franks as well, with Brentford, you've got that thing now. I know when Sonny used to play, they used to say that, but now with Brentford and Thomas Frank as well, he had some good results against City. I genuinely believe, I've watched you for a few games this season, and I watched you a lot last season, and I can already personally see the changes he's made. Me, I personally play a 3-5-2 against City and just look for the counter-attack. Don't, like Chang says, go in there and trying to play, it's suicidal. But if you play a 3-5-2, I don't see any issues with you going there and getting a win, in my opinion. I think the improvement's there to be seen. Look at Richarlison, for instance. I know he's not everybody's favourite player, but look what Frank's done with him already. Look at the confidence. I mean, I don't know if that's true what happened when they offered him to Crystal Palace, I can't lie. And if that is true, that's a bit shitty on Richarlison's part, but on Spurs' part regarding Richarlison. But I honestly think if you go there and set up with the 3-5-2, I don't see you getting absolutely pummeled. I've gone for the 2 and win, and I'm confident in that, to be honest with you. Yeah. But Man City are a strong team, and they have recruited well, and they've brought some good players in. But it's football, isn't it? Anything can happen on the day. Just like with Leeds tomorrow, anything can happen on the day.
Yeah. Yeah, Jimbo, what's your thoughts? Do you think we play 3-5-2 like Jess says and kind of do the whole try and soak up pressure, get them on the counter?
Well, it's very difficult to say that with Frank, but all I do know is Spurs beat City, Frank beat City, so there's only one outcome. We kick their fucking asses. It's a Spurs win all day long, whatever formation he plays. So it's written in the stars. I will be getting 6 points this week.
Oh my God. And who starts in the 10, Jim?
I would imagine he will start. I would think he will start Sarr, I think.
Yeah.
That's what I think. I think it'll be Sarr.
Because of his speed and his athleticism on getting back to counter attack, I agree. Will he start Dan? So it is going to be interesting. You think he will?
Yeah.
I hope so. I thought he did really well for us, and I do like his long throws. But someone said set pieces are going to be key. I think there's truth in that. For some reason, Thomas Frank was due to start his press conference at 15:15, and it's still not happened. So maybe
he's still wiping his eyes from losing Eze.
Or maybe he's actually signed for Arsenal at the last minute and we don't know. That's why he's not turned up to the press conference. Who knows? But I was hoping we'd get some news. City 2-0 win, unfortunately. Oh, go on, Mr. Chang.
This was a tweet by Fabrizio Romano an hour ago at about noon when he's saying that Pep Guardiola confirms that Savinho has not recovered yet and won't be available to face Tottenham tomorrow. Phil Foden and Rodri are back, however, so that's Savinho, all but ruled out against us, unless Pep Guardiola is playing mind games, and I think we can almost certainly expect the duo of Phil Foden and Rodri back, so that's going to be a challenge there in itself.
When you think of the midfield of City with Rodri, they've got that new Reinders who looks like he's going to be an absolute phenomenal player. Foden, I mean, I just don't know how. I mean, I'm confident we can score, especially now we've got Kudus. I think we can score. Richie's showed a bit of form. But, Jim, I've got to be honest, I don't know how on earth you think we possibly keep a clean sheet.
Because I've got faith in my team.
Yeah, no, but you can have faith you're going to win. But with the names they've got, seriously, please tell me how you think we're ever going to keep a clean sheet.
I think they'll be tight as anything. I 3-0 and I stick to it.
No rhyme or reason.
You know what drives me mad with you? You've done exactly the same thing last year, and you said exactly the same things. And what was the score?
Yeah, but it was different last year. We didn't have any. We had a number 10.
What was the score last year?
4-0.
Who predicted 4-0?
You did.
Thank you. And what have I predicted this year?
3-0.
I took a go off because they bought a few players. 3-0. And you'll be saying the same thing next year when I predict a score, and we won 3-0 this year.
I might not actually be doing YouTube next year. I might have had enough and say stuff it. Or I might have sacked you and gone back to just being a girls' channel.
And do Man City predictions because I'm always right.
Oh my God. Do you know what? If it is 3-0, and I hope it is, but you will be unbearable. There might be a divorce incoming. The second half, when City bring on their superstars, we are effed, says Wayne. So I won't really divorce him, Chang. Mummy and Daddy are staying together, don't worry. The Richie story about him being in the deal for Eze, I've been told. Yeah, look, Johnny knows Richie's agent well. We all know he does. And he said that was never even mentioned. So the press do like to stir shit up. Despite the win last year that we had 12 away defeats. Jim, I love you, mate, but ever heard of a blind squirrel finds a nut eventually?
Yeah, but maybe he finds two nuts. Maybe there's one around the corner and he finds that as well.
That's the best way to sum up Jimbo, that is. A blind squirrel finds a nut eventually. Out of all the predictions you got wrong, you just living off the fact that you got one right, which was the City prediction.
I got Aston Villa right when everyone said we'd get battered by them. I said 4-0. What was the score? I think it was 4-0.
They've asked Thomas Frank about transfers, and he said, I don't speak about specific players unless they are at our fantastic club. There have been a lot of rumours, including players linked, when I think that's interesting because there's nothing in it. There have been a lot of links and a lot of links in the future. In general, talking generally, I don't want any players that don't want to come to this club and wear this fantastic badge. We don't want them. Oh, hang on, it's moved. We don't want them here, and I'm sure the fans feel the same. Then they've asked him about injury news. He said Destiny Udogie is better and has trained with the team twice. Full training, just too short to be involved against City. We want him to train tomorrow and get another week. Basuma is also out. Kulusevski is going to be out for some time. I don't want to put a time frame on it. Love the fact that he said that he don't want, well, basically what we said at the start of the stream. If they don't want to play for us, we don't bloody want them. But it's a bit disappointing that Kulusevski looks like he's going to be out longer than we thought, because originally I was looking at November time, and now it's next year. So that's a bit of a blow. But look, it is what it is. We have to just manage with what we've got and hope that they step up to the plate. But look, anything else anyone wants to say before we finish up? Jess, anything you want to say or about anything?
Good luck to Spurs tomorrow and good luck to Leeds.
On
that note,
go on, Chang.
On that note, if I might ask Miss Jessie, how does she think Leeds United are going to deal with Arsenal at the Emirates? Come match day, if there is a plan to sort of try and get at them, or even try and hit them on the counter, maybe a sort of smash and run, hit and run, smash and grab by Leeds against Arsenal at the Emirates.
Well, Daniel Farke's press conference yesterday, and he's already said he's not going to go there and park the bus. They are going to try and go for the attacking outlet threat. I think I've just been reading Nordegaard's out, White's out for him, so we'll see what happens with it. But Leeds will set up very defensively. I think Bijol will come in for Strout tomorrow. We've got a lot of height in the defence, I will say that. And they don't call us dirty Leeds for nothing, do they? We seem to affect a lot of people being Leeds United. Can't understand why, because I don't see the rivalry with Tottenham, but that's another story. But they don't call us dirty Leeds for nothing, and we will go there and we'll ruffle up a few feathers, and Saka and that they will go in heavy, Leeds, and they'll set up with a game plan, and it'll probably will be to catch them on counter attack. I can't lie, but defensively, Leeds look very solid. We've got a decent keeper in as well, 6'7". He's got a really good long throw on him. The defense is solid. He's a unit. He really is. Obviously, we've got the guy in from AC Milan as well. So I'm opening. I watched Arsenal on Sunday, and I thought defensively they played very well, but I thought attacking wise, Gyökeres didn't offer a lot, in my opinion. I'm not saying that writes his season on one game, but I think, especially Angus, that goes into it thinking they're going to win quite comfortably. Don't disrespect dirty Leeds, because we'll show you a game or two. Don't you worry about that, Angus. And when you're on my watch along tomorrow, you'll see what dirty Leeds is all about. Don't you worry about that.
Oh, I hope one of your players goes in really hard on Eze if he happens to come.
Seriously, they will. They'll ruffle them up. We're not called dirty Leeds for nothing, and we'll take a good crowd down there with us. Like I said, I don't know why so many people are affected by Leeds United. I can't really lie. They might have shit a tape for it, and Kate will back me up here. It's unreal. I don't know what we've ever done wrong to Spurs, because we've never had that rivalry with Spurs. But anyway, we'll leave it at that before I go on.
I agree. Gosh. I don't understand any rivalry between Leeds. I've always enjoyed watching Leeds, and they are a very physical team, but do you know what? That's always been a strength for theirs. You can't knock it. They use it to their strength. So Spurs boss was asked about Richarlison. He said, right now, he is my starting number 9. He scored 2 top goals. Richie wants to stay. I want Richie to stay. And there's been no talks about anything else. So there's confirmation there that no matter what, Richarlison will be starting against City, which I kind of think would be an outrage if he didn't, after those amazing goals and a fantastic all-round performance, albeit only against Burnley. But I think if you don't start him, it sends out completely the wrong message. He's not been registered.
Got any more of a chance now. Big up Angus. I'll see you later for match preview.
I'd love it. Do you know what? I would love it so much.
You watch. Me and Rennie have already said it. We beat or get a draw tomorrow, he'll go into hiding along with Vindaloo. You better believe it, because you think we're not known as dirty Leeds for not. You better believe it. We're going to be feral.
I didn't realise he hasn't been registered in time, but
it was always going to be hard to get him registered by. I think it was midday today.
Mm-hmm.
2:00 they're saying, but he hasn't even had he's having his medical as we speak. So
on Sky Sports this morning they said midday, but they could be wrong. They've been wrong before, that's for sure.
Yeah. Look, I've got no issue with Leeds at all.
You look like I'm worried. Does this face look like it's worried, Angus? Never.
We all know
I can go one better tomorrow. What wear Leeds shirt? I'll wear that lucky purple Tottenham shirt that Smithy sent over for me. How about that?
We all know, Angus, that if you don't win tomorrow, you will be going into hiding, because you do it every single time.
It would in my chat over there, anyway. If you lot beat us, because that's always says, if you lot beat us, I'm going into hiding. You're getting blocked.
Honestly,
you sound weird to me.
Thomas Frank's been asked about the creativity in his Spurs squad, and he said, I think we just played the first game. We scored 3 goals, so I think that was pretty promising. Kudos has that spark and creativity. I think Matthias Tell can play in different positions. Solanke and Richie can score goals, and Brennan is our deep runner. We have variations. I mean, Jimbo, it's kind of it's kind of ridiculous in a way to say, where's your creativity when we just beat Burnley 3-0, even though it's only Burnley. We still
aren't you, and put them back at net. It don't matter who you put up against, whether it's Burnley, Grimsby Town, Salford City, Port Vale, you've still got to beat what's put in front of you, whoever that is.
Yeah.
But the thing is we're not blessed with loads of creativity, are we? Let's be honest. That's why they're trying to that's why they tried to bring Eze in, and I'm sure we will get someone in. But we got Kudus. Frank can just he'll sort it out. So we give them the game of their life, you know. I know he will. And there's no one walking all over Spurs this season. I just know it. So look, just have the faith. Be like Jimbo. Have the faith. In my world, right? Tottenham are just the best team in the world, right? And I love my world. That's why we're going to go over there and smash them. Being Jim's world is nicer than being in a different world.
I'd rather be in your world. There's not wrong with that.
Oh, do you know what? Jim's world's a magical place. When he tells me what he thinks sometimes, I go, you know, that's not true. He goes, it is in my world. For instance, chocolate doesn't have calories in Jim's world. It's just it's one of your 5 a day. I mean, it's amazing.
It's a world.
Kate, did you see earlier when we said about Burnley don't belong in the big leagues? Leeds are the originals. They belong 100%. And I agree with what Steve D said. I think they are the definition of a sleeping giant. I mean, we've all seen what's happened to Leeds, where they got in trouble for money and they gradually went down. It's happened with Blackburn, but they're back up to where they belong, and it'll be sad if they go back down. I think Leeds are one of the sort of founding clubs that should be in the Premier League.
Careful what you're saying there, because you'll have a video made on you.
So you can make videos about me. Just make sure you get my best angle if you're gonna,
I can share it on my channel next time you want to do a video on me. Feel free, but tag me in it, and then I'll put it on my channel for you. And you'll get more views, won't you? Oh.
There was a time they were one of the best teams in the country.
I remember. I remember growing up, and Leeds were always a big team.
Yeah. Same as Blackburn. Were a massive team. Villa were humongous. They went down, but they've come back and started getting back into it now. It's the cycle of football, Kate. You know, it's just the way it is. Leeds cut their own throat. They were trying to win a title, and they spent too much money. I think I can't remember who was in charge.
Peter Ridsdale were the chairman at the time.
They well overspent, and it kind of effed them, and they never recovered.
Chasing that Champions League, and unfortunately, it bit them on arse, Jim.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
sign him. Yeah, we'll have him. Yeah, we have him. And look what happened. We ended up in League One, and we're just getting over it now. And it wasn't nice to see at all. You know what I'm saying? We have got good owners now, 49ers, and they will spend what they can, but they won't put themselves in financial distress. Not like before. So it's all positive for Leeds. And if we go down, we go down. I'm not going to kick off about it. I'll start smashing banjo. But if we stay up and we just finish 17th, I'll be absolutely buzzing with that, because it is a tough season. I'm not delusional. I'm not a delusional Leeds fan as well. I understand that it's a tough league. It's Premier League. If we just get 17th place and stay up, and West Ham go down at the expense of Leeds, I know that sounds shameless, but I'll take it.
Yeah. Yeah, and as Steve said, they're one more in Europe than Arsenal. But Chang, what's coming up on Spurs Diehards?
I think they're going to do a podcast later on tonight, as a sort of preview for tomorrow. That's going to be around 9 or 10 p.m. And come Sunday, there's also going to be a post-match review, also at the same time, between 9 to 10 p.m. And apart from Spurs Diehards, I'm looking to be back over on El Tel Coquerel with Jose Garcia. We're going to do, I think it's going to be episode 17. It's going to be episode 17 of Jose and Chang at noon on Sunday. So that's something I'm looking forward to as well. Thank you very, very much, as always, for having me, Miss Kate. Hopefully in about a week's time from now, we'll have something positive to be talking about, either of a new signing or a positive result tomorrow against City, or even better still, both of the above. So yeah, come on, you Spurs, and have a blessed weekend, everyone.
Chang, I've got to say, I don't know, but it's genius, whoever came up with the name Jose and Chang. I mean, it must have took ages to think of that name for the show.
It was Jose's idea. It was Senor Garcia's idea to come up with Jose and Chang.
Jose knows I love him. I'm only joking. Jose's actually joining me, Jim, and Ashmatic tomorrow at 11 for the We Are Tottenham TV Pump Up. Jess, what is going on over at JSY Talks Football?
We have got the Leeds United Arsenal match preview tonight with myself, Stacey, Renee, and Angus. Then we're doing the watch along. Tomorrow we're doing Tottenham Spurs, Leeds United Arsenal, and then we're doing no, we're not. We're doing the Barcelona game a bit later on Sunday. 2 watch alongs and then quiz. Busy.
Wow, it's always busy over at JSY. So the quiz, I mustn't forget, Sunday night quiz.
Sunday night, 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I do love a Jess quiz. They're brilliant. So make sure you do go and subscribe to both channels. Jimbo, when are we back? Obviously, we're back on We Are Tottenham TV tomorrow at 11.
I just wanted to say to Chang, you should have told Jose you don't like the name, that you wanted it Chang and Jose.
Yeah, like Jim tried to do for Jimbo and Kate, and I said no.
There is actually a ring to CJ. If it's Chang and Jose, Chang and Jose would be CJ instead of a JC. But JC does have a ring to it as well. So prefer people know of JC rather than CJ. So I think maybe JC would be the better way to go about it.
Well, I think that's discrimination. I think you should cause a scene. Maybe go on strike. Go on strike, Chang. Do any
show just be called Jose. Then the show would just be called Jose.
Yeah. Exactly. We're back tomorrow, 11 o'clock. We Are Tottenham TV for the pre-match pump up. Do come and say hello, and then we will be back on Monday just going over the Spurs game. Thank you very much, Jess, as always, for coming on. Always a pleasure. And Chang as well for coming on. Jimbo, I'm going to let you massive good luck to Spurs tomorrow and Leeds. Hugely good luck. Please, Leeds, pull something magnificent out the bag. And, of course, the mighty Spurs. Jimbo, go on, end the stream as only you can.
Well, look, just take your minds back, right? Last year, you all laughed at me. You all laughed at me and took the piss when I said 4-0. You all had egg on your face. I'm telling you now, the mighty Spurs will win tomorrow. I'm going to say 3-0, and I'm convinced. In Jim's world, it happens. So it's going to happen in this world, right? We are European champions. Get behind your team. We're going to smash them in their own ground and show them who the boss is. Come on, you fucking Spurs.
Giving opinions with no regret, smashing the top bins, back in the onion net, talking the talk with Kate and Jim, and walking the walk, just listen in. The perfect match, Kate and Jim, getting at it. Kate and Jim are gonna smash it. Reviews, previews, opinions and laughter, mixing transfer news, it's what you're after. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. Jimbo always keeps a positive spin, while Kate's Mickey has a name dropping. Gets you out of the blue like Lenny stop robbing, or she's just flip-flopping. Hell, this place is popping. The perfect match, you just got to latch onto that perfect match. The perfect match, the perfect match, you just got to latch onto that perfect match.